Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I know this video is a little late for anyone who wanted to do this for Thanksgiving, but I'm going to show you how to make homemade cranberry sauce, and it is unlike anything you will ever get out of a can. I'm a huge fan of cranberry sauce. When I was a kid, I thought it was gross. I hated it. Of course, the jelly, you slice the little sliver of jelly sauce. That's not really cranberry sauce. And then I liked the chunky cranberry sauce for a while with the berries in it. Once I actually made it home by myself and realized how easy it is and how much better it actually tastes, it is 1,000 times better. So if you even have a slight liking to the jelly crap, you gotta try this. It's really easy. It's basically a bunch of ingredients right into a pot, and that's it. You just cook it until basically all the cranberries pop in there, which I'll show you in a little bit, because they do. Obviously, cranberries are harvested by flooding the field. They have a little air pocket in there, so they float, so they're buoyant. As you're cooking it, they will literally pop and they'll crackle. It kind of sounds like making homemade popcorn. But anyway, it's really easy. You throw everything into one pot, you get it to simmer, and then you cook it for a little while and it's done. There's no, messing around with it. You don't need any kind of cooking skills or anything, so it's awesome. I'm doubling this recipe, and I'm also altering it for stuff that I have here. Usually I'll use tangerines instead of oranges for this, but you can also, flavor this any way you want. All different types of spices or herbs, or you can even put different types of fruits in here. But this is how I'm doing it. So first thing I have is one 12-ounce bag of berries, but I'm doubling everything, so I'm going to put another one in. So for mine, I'm going to have 24 ounces of cranberries. These are just fresh cranberries. These happen to be Ocean Spray brand. You can buy any of them, doesn't matter, as long as they're just the actual berries. Alright, what you want to do really is go through them, make sure there's no stems, make sure everything's washed off properly. Alright, so I'm going to do that right now, and I'll get back to you in a moment. Alright, so everything is washed off and nice and fresh and clean, and there's no stems or anything in there. Actually, I missed this one. Anything that's kind of funky like that, you can obviously discard. But everything else in there looks fine. If you have a couple white ones, it's not really a big deal at all, but you can pick those out too. But anyway, there's our fresh cranberries. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is add in our sugar. Now again, I'm doubling the recipe. Normally it would be 1 cup of white sugar, but in this case, it's going to be 2. So here's 2 cups of white sugar. Okay. Of course, all the sugar is going to counter the tartness in the cranberries. Naturally very, very tart and kind of bitter. Next thing I'm going to do is add 2 cups of a liquid, because I'm doubling. Normally on cranberry sauces you're going to use water. In this case I'm using orange juice. So here I just have the Simply Orange, which is also awesome just to drink straight if you happen to like orange juice. We're going to do 2 cups of that. You could substitute at this point, like I said, for any other fruit, but I'm using oranges in here to give it kind of a bright flavor, as well as some orange zest a little bit later. So we're going to do 2 cups of that, and that'll be our liquid. You can see that's one of these small, like to-go size containers. So besides that, I'm going to put in some dried cherries. And I have these individual packs. You want 2 cups because I'm doubling. Oh, by the way, because I am doubling everything, it's going to be a little confusing, so I'm telling you different measurements. In the description box, I'm going to write exactly my real recipe for cranberry sauce, at least this specific type of cranberry sauce that I'm doing. But anyway, I'm going to put 2 cups of dried cherries in here. So one of these bags is about 1 cup. So I use 2 of those. Now for mine, I also use cinnamon. Now, you can get these from the store. This is actually a great way to easily measure this stuff. This is cinnamon as a supplement. Cinnamon's also good. It's good for the heart. I originally got this because it's supposed to be good for metabolism. It's supposed to boost your metabolism, so it's for weight loss type stuff. But it's literally just cinnamon in a gel cap that you can swallow. But I'll usually measure this out with 3 of these. Now, for this recipe, I'm going to use 3. Normally I would just use 1. But because I'm doubling everything, it's going to be a little bit more in here. So just a little fresh cinnamon on top. Obviously if you don't have these, which most of you guys don't, it's going to be about 1 full tablespoon of cinnamon. So now that that's in, I'm going to zest a little bit of orange And I'm also going to squeeze a little bit of the juice in there as well. Bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see what I'm doing here. This is a new zester that I just got. I like how it kind of gives you long strings like this. I used to use the grater, but I like this better. Of course, if you didn't have a zester, you could use a very sharp blade. By using the blade, if you have it sideways, you can kind of keep it completely flat against the surface and rotate around, and then it'll actually scrape some off as well. Not as effective as something like this. It's dedicated to doing this. Now I'm also going to add some zest at the very end as well. So that's pretty much it for now. We're going to put this on medium to high heat just to get it to a simmer. Once it's simmering, we're going to turn the heat really low and then basically wait for all the cranberries to start popping. So I'll show you what it looks like once it starts cooking. Alright guys, we're up to a simmer here. Some of the cranberries have started ready to burst or pop. And you see they kind of get a little bit mushy there. And you will hear them pop like popcorn as they of course cook. But now that's up to a simmer, I'm going to lower the heat. And I'm just going to slowly cook this until they all completely collapse and burst. And now of course you can take a little spoonful here and there and look at them and stuff. Once they're all done, you're just going to turn the heat off completely, stir a little bit more, and let it cool. And we'll show you what that looks like when it's all done. Alright, so a couple minutes later, we have this. Looks like we're making jelly or jam or something like that, because that's exactly what it is, pretty much. Now of course you don't want to taste this hot, or shut the heat off completely. About, I would say 96%, well 96%, not that precise, I don't know, 95% or so of the berries have completely burst. There's a couple that are still whole in here, but they're fully cooked. If I were to lightly push them against the side of the pan, that they will definitely mush or pop because they are cooked. So at this point right now, I'm just going to turn the heat off like I did, let it sit, I'm going to take it off the burner, so it'll cool faster. And I will show you what the finished product looks like after this is completely cooled down. Alright guys, we're all done here. This actually made a lot. I have 2 full-size containers here. I don't know what the dimensions are of these. I got these at Walmart. I really like these because of the lids that pop on top. It reminds me of like catered food, which for some reason always tastes better. But anyway, I just put some orange slices on top, hit that with a little bit of cinnamon and some more orange zest. And I have a little taste testing bowl here. I want to show you this. The consistency is, it's kind of gelatinous. It has a little bit of that jelly type consistency, but nowhere near what you're getting out of a can. But I'm going to try it for you and explain what it tastes like best I can. Oh my god. Alright. First of all, it's sweet. It's really sweet, but it still has the tartness from the cranberries. All the cherries I put in, the dried cherries, they absorbed a lot of liquid and they actually plumped up, so the same consistency and size as the cranberries. So I don't know if that's a cherry or a cranberry, to be honest. It's all mixed and matched. But you have that delicious deep cherry flavor. The orange punches through because of the juice that's in there, cooked in. Because of the orange zest, it really comes forward. The cinnamon is very, very subtle. You can barely taste it, but it kind of gives that holiday spice thing going on. It is absolutely delicious. Besides having this at Thanksgiving, of course, with your turkey or as a side dish, I would also suggest something I've done before was made this and I warmed it up and I served a little scoop of this on top of a cold bowl of vanilla ice cream, and it was better than you can ever imagine. If you told someone put cranberry sauce on ice cream, they think that sounds disgusting. But this cranberry sauce on ice cream is amazing. Really, really good. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope everyone has an awesome Thanksgiving. Appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.